everybody, my name is Cheri. Welcome to my stamp studio. So today is Monday, not the last Monday in February, but close. And it is 1 week that you have left to get anything that you want out of this catalog, the celebration catalog, and everything in here is free with purchase. So I have 2 videos left, and I will have used everything in here, some of it multiple times. And so after I do the next 2 tutorials, then the final video, it'll just kind of be a walkthrough of all of the projects that I have made using things out of this catalog. But I did want to remind you that you just have this final week left. And another one of the videos, when I do the walkthrough, I'll remind you what my gifts with purchase are this month, because you can combine those with that. So we have that. And then another thing I wanted to remind you of is the annual catalog. It ends in April. So we've only got 2 months left with it once we're done with February. So this goes till June. So it's always new stuff or show you stuff that might be leaving. So the next couple of months will be a little bit of a combination of the two. But I did want to remind you that this catalog, it feels like we've had it for a while, because we have, but it does get neglected sometimes. So I'm going to make a little bit of a return to that. So if you need any of the catalogs, let me know. And then on today's card, I'm going to use one of the items out of here as well. So I'm going to use the Otters one more time. And I'm going to use the Simply Marvelous paper. And then in my next video, I'll use the Marvelous paper again. But the Otters are so super cute. This is a card that's already up, so you can go find this tutorial. It's up. It does feature the new foil that comes out in March. So if you take my online classes this week, I will have registration for this Waves of Inspiration, I think it's called. I will have that coming up. So today's card's super cute and so super easy. So I've got a white card base. Let's fold this over. So when I designed this card, I made it for camp, and we had camp last week. I called it the Escape from the Aquarium, because, we have otters at lots of zoos, and they kind of look like sometimes they might want to make a break for it. So this is my little guy making a break from the aquarium. So I'm going to use the one that says "You are utterly awesome." That little sentiment comes in the stamps, and then I'm just going to use the otter that's standing up. He has a party hat, so if you want to put a little party hat on him, you can do that. You can go to some of our other sets and give him some balloons or a cupcake. His arms are up, so he can hold something. So that's all the stamping for this card. Like I said, it's super simple. So I'm going to color it in. I'm going to color it in with our new natural tone blends. So I do have a free class with these, and it was free with purchase, but they were so incredibly popular, the new blends, that they're already sold out. They'll be back. So what I'm going to do is I am going to offer a video purchase, so you can watch the videos if you want, because it also has a Zoom session, and the class will be next month, and it will be before the blends are back in stock. So then what I'm going to do is, if you pay for the video series, and then when the markers are back, I'll give you like a couple of weeks when they're first back in stock, and then you can you get a rebate on those. So let's start with the blue, because I have Pool Party, and the only thing I'm using Pool Party for is to color her little eyes in. And then all the rest of these are from the new natural tone blends. And they'll be back soon. It's just, supply issues everywhere. So I'm going to use these 2 colors on her body and these 2 colors on her inside. I don't even know really what color otters are. So let's give her a tiny little bit of the pink to her ears. And then just kind of give her some color here. Now, our alcohol markers do bleed, because that's how they blend. So I'm not going to go right up to the edge, although on this one it doesn't matter so much. So that was my 1,000, and then this is my 800. They don't have, the blends in the natural tones don't have names, like dark, light brown. They just have numbers, so you kind of work with the numbers. So let's get that, and then let's blend those colors. Super easy. And in the class we'll learn you're going to get a chart that you can download, so you can use that to help figure out what colors you want, and we'll talk a little bit about how to get the different tones with them. And then I have the 200 and the 300. I'm going to start with my darker one, which is the 200. The lower the numbers go, the darker the natural tones get. And then all these little places, I'm just going to kind of add some dark. Just kind of around. Have her face maybe be a little bit darker, and then some on the tip of her tail. And then I will move to my 300 and just blend this around. So you can see I'm leaving a little bit of white space for a little bit of shadow. And then kind of letting it bleed to the edges. Now I'm going to have to hand cut this out because we don't have a die for these. Sorry, I'm turning it. I smeared right into her little face right here. But you know, you can take a lighter blend and erase a darker blend. So I've got this up. We'll just give a little bit more of this in here just for a little bit of shading. There we go. So you can just add a little bit of this. It kind of acts as a color lifter. So there's our little girl. So super cute. And like I said, you can have her hold, put a hat on her. We have so many small stamps that would work with this. I was keeping this one simple. So then here's the Simply Marvelous paper. And like I said, I'm going to have another video that follows on from this one. So it comes in several different colors. Get it for you here. Has the curry and the probably heather pool party, which is, oh, nope, I'm not even using pool party. I am using the blue. Does it say the colors? Yes, it does. Balmy blue, basic gray, blushing bride, bumblebee, coastal cabana, flirty flamingo, gorgeous grape, highland heather, misty moonlight, pool party, and smoky slate. So those are the colors that you can see in these. So that's the flamingo. Super fun selection. I thought that I used pool party on this, but you know, I didn't. I used the balmy blue. It may be that some of them at camp got pool party because it looks more waterish, but they both look waterish. And then I'm going to use the ticket die out of the Sports Fan. Hey, Sports Fan. It looks like it's a baseball. It kind of is all sports. The paper is a little bit more baseball maybe than the other. It has a little stitching die. So I'm going to use that and some window sheet. And this time I'm going to use, let's see, I want the one that looks the most watery. And I have an extra piece from camp, so I'll go with this one. So I'm going to put these on my die cut machine. And I'll cut both of those at the same time. You can do several sheets of paper in the cut and emboss machine at one time. And that noise was the window sheet cutting. So what I really liked about this ticket thing, and you know, window sheet you have to kind of pop out, but you can see it cut both of those fine. It has this little, I mean, it looks like a ticket, but then it also has the little perforations, which is super fun. I just thought it was a fun twist on an aquarium window. And then one of my favorite things to do, and I have done it on some other cards. I mean, I did it on this one. I did it on Seize the Day. I should have pulled that one over here. Is to put our papers through the bark folder. So it's really supposed to be tree bark, but it does a fabulous job being water. So it is one of our embossing folders that has, let's go, which way do I want to go? We'll go this way. It is a 3D, so you just need your bottom plate and your gray plate, or the blue plate if you have the old one from when it was the other machine. Just put that through there. And even with the two pieces, it doesn't, like, there's no pressure. But look how much fun. It just gives it a little bit of an illusion of being, something on my folder, of being, having that water. So now let's just put this card together. So when you put vellum on, the only kind of trick there is to mounting vellum is you want it to be stuck together where it can be covered up. So let's stick this on here first. Get our panel on here. And the embossing folder, running them through at the same time, it really does help line them up. But then I'm just going to add some adhesive right here because I know that's where I'm going to put my awesome otter. And then just make sure it's stuck really well. And then to help hold it on, I'm going to add, this is the ribbon from the Horizon Suite, and it comes in a Moonlight and then this Petal Pink, which looks really cute with the otter because of the way we colored her. I'm just going to wrap it around the whole card. Just going to tie a knot. So for all of you, I cut a lot, so maybe I'll tie a bow, but my other card has a knot. So if you don't like to tie bows, and this one, because it's kind of whimsical, I don't care if it's perfect. I don't care if it's a little twisty. You know, she's escaping from her aquarium. Doesn't it look like a little aquarium? And I have plenty to do a bow, so I'm going to do a bow on this one. My other one doesn't have a bow. It just has a knot. So do either. Get that little there. I'm still gonna have to trim some off. You could leave it long because again, it's kind of just a whimsical card. Then I'm just gonna take her, and remember this is where I have my adhesive. So she's gonna be on the outside of her little aquarium, going on a day trip from the zoo instead of to the zoo. I'm gonna put one right here. Make sure that ribbon kind of stays in place. Just add her. And then for our embellishments, I am going to use the elegant faceted gems because that's what you think of, isn't it? Some elegant faceted gems when you see an otter escaping from her aquarium. But the colors are just perfect and they kind of look like water. So I'm going to use 5 of them because you either use 3 or 5. So let's get a couple of them on the card just so it kind of looks like bubbles. And then a couple of them on our actual aquarium. Could not be any easier. Now you could take one of the otter stamps because there's 3 of them and put one on the inside of the card. Here's my other one. Only difference really is one has a bow and one does not. I kind of like the bow. So there you go. You have 1 week left to get this set for free. It's free with a $50 purchase. The paper is also free with a $50 purchase. So spend $100 and you can get both. Nothing better than some free stuff. So like I said, I will have a couple of more videos this week. For those of you who watch me all of the time, I'll have a couple of the celebration ones. Then I will have some preview sets with club for March club, and for March class. So be watching for those. It's going to be a busy week around here. I'll catch you back here later. Bye.